Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
It is almost time to go back to school. We'll learn more about the Fill the Bus initiative, ensuring area students have what they need for a successful year.
If your mailbox is starting to show its age, now is the perfect time of year to install a new one. QC Mailbox Pro is here with a variety of options to upgrade your curb appeal.
And a preview of the 39th annual Heartland British Auto Fest in LeClaire, where you'll find dozens of beautiful classic cars, great food, and free family fun. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier.
I'm Kyle Keel. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is changing the way we search for information, make decisions, and really even go about our daily lives.
But how do we know when to trust what AI tells us and when to question it? Our next guest is tackling that very topic at this year's TEDx Davenport event on August 12th. Joining us today is AI strategist Padmini Soni with a preview of her talk. Padmini, thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. This sounds so interesting.
Great topic, yeah.
It is a great topic, very pertinent, as you were talking about before the show started. So your TEDx talk, it has a thought-provoking title, which is Who Catches AI's Mistakes When You Don't Know What to Look For?
Yeah.
So why do you feel that this is such an important conversation that we should be having?
So given that AI is here to stay and everyone and anyone is talking about AI, I think it makes it a very relevant topic because everyone is using AI in their work to make decisions, to seek answers, to create things. But when we use AI, it doesn't work the way we human things. When you ask AI a question, it seems like it knows everything. It instantly answers. It's calm. It gives you it in plain language. But the way an AI works is very different from the way we humans actually think. It is generating, it is predicting text based on data that it was trained on.
Right.
So it is not, it doesn't really know, and when it gives you an incorrect answer, it is not really lying. It doesn't know that it doesn't know, it's just predicting text. So for instance, if I were to say something like, once a pony, what would you say? You would say time, right? That, you don't even have to think of it. It just comes, because your mind has been trained on it that way. So that's exactly what the AI is doing. But that means that we have to, as end users, we have to be really careful to understand when to trust an AI and more importantly, when not to trust it. So it becomes a very relevant topic because when an AI fails, it's the human who gets impacted.
Yes.
Oh, most definitely.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you kind of already alluded to it, but I mean, AI is not going anywhere. I mean, you hear about it each and every day. It pops up everywhere online. So why is it important for us as the end users, I suppose, and maybe people who aren't necessarily in tech to effectively use AI?
So, going back, AI has been around. The term artificial intelligence was coined way back in the 1950s. I mean, mankind was thinking about like machines thinking intelligently way back then, but then it has taken us 75 years plus to actually come to this stage. And when we talk about AI, we are actually talking about generative AI. So AI has been there all along, but Gen AI is when AI helps create original content. So that is Gen AI, and that is what we are talking about, and that is where the responsible use of AI comes into play. So when you think of responsible AI, for instance, one may think of policy documents, compliance, big tech, but the entire responsibility of using AI ethically, safely, doesn't lie just with the providers of AI, like the OpenAIs or the makers of ChatGPT or Anthropic, the makers of Claude. There is a shared responsibility. We, as the end user, also bear responsibility in using AI, safely. So when you say trust but verify, that's the part the end user has to do. So, for instance, when this was a couple years back, I just recently moved to Bettendorf, and I was looking up for vegetarian restaurants in the area, and I went to ChatGPT and did a search, and it gave me a brilliant list, names, descriptions, and all of that. Then when I tried to map it, a significant number was incorrect. But now that is a low stakes mistake.
Right, sure. Yes, it's not going to impact your job.
It's not going to impact your career or a financial decision. But if you it's the same tool using the same mechanism when you ask it a question about your finance or about your health or about caring for a loved one. So I have been in tech for over 25 years, and for several years, even prior to ChatGPT, I've been in AI. So my journey into responsible AI started with a personal experience with my father while I was a caregiver for him. And it happened, he had a fall right around the time ChatGPT was released, and it was the new shiny tool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could ask it a question in the middle of the night, and instantly it would give you a response. And I started relying on it, but I happen to be in AI, and I happen to know how these things work. So I started checking back the answers, and I saw inconsistencies in the response. But that got me thinking about folks who are not in this space, you know, who will look at a response and think it to be correct, because
Take it as gospel,
yeah, exactly. We as humans, we tend to, a confident answer is equal to an accurate answer. That's how our minds.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's how, and it's called an AI hallucination, which is basically an artificial intelligence system, you know, giving you an incorrect answer, but in a very believable fashion.
Yes, and there will be a lot to learn and a lot for
I feel like
people
we could
to
fill the
take
whole
away.
half hour.
We absolutely could. This is so super
It's fascinating,
interesting,
yeah.
and I want to point out too, we did show an image of your book on the screen while you were speaking just now. TEDx Davenport is set for Wednesday, August 12th at the Last Picture House in downtown Davenport. It runs from 4:30 to 6 p.m. For tickets, head to TEDxDavenport.com. Padmini, thank you so much for talking with us. I think a lot of people are really just going to enjoy your talk.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, well, coming up on QCL, an opportunity to start area students off on the right foot for the school year. We'll learn more about the Davenport Schools Fill the Bus donation drive next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
As families across the Quad Cities get ready to head back to school, yes, there's a simple way our community can help make sure every student starts the year with the tools they need to succeed.
Yeah, that's right. The Davenport Schools Foundation is holding its very first Fill the Bus school supplies drive right here at KWQC next week. And they're inviting everyone, including you at home, to pitch in. So here to tell us more on how you can help fill an entire school bus with much needed school supplies is Steve Ahrens with the Davenport Schools Foundation. Steve, welcome back to the show.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Yes, so I mean, you've got a big goal here. You want to fill an entire school bus. I mean, you want to fill.
I love a big goal.
Fill it up with school supplies.
Where are you without a goal?
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So I think it's a great goal to have.
So we'll have one on site.
Yes, you'll have one on site. Why was it important for the Davenport Schools Foundation to fill this bus with school supplies?
You know, there are, many of us are you know, we have the capability to go out and shop and grab those much needed supplies. There are a lot of students that don't. And we want to make sure that everybody on the first day of school is equally excited to be there and has the greatest potential for success.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And you filled the countertop today with school supplies. So this is a precursor, right, to filling the bus with school supplies.
Need a lot more.
Yeah. So and when you walked in with all this stuff, I said, I just love school supplies. I love like a brand new notebook, the erasers, the glue sticks, all of that, the crayons. And I feel like I'm not the only one. Kids just really like enjoy getting all their
showing
it
new
off
stuff, putting trading things back and forth.
Absolutely. So I mean, when you put yourself in a position of a kid who doesn't have that,
might have some nerves on the first day, right?
Exactly.
And this sort of equals the playing field, right?
Yes, it absolutely does. Okay, so how's this all going to work? We do a lot of donation drives here at TV6. I feel like it's going to be pretty similar to that.
It's absolutely going to be similar. You're just from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Just drive up right off Brady Street, and right on through. We're going to have a litany of volunteers throughout the day that'll make it very easy. You can stay in the car, hand it off. We'll put it in the bus and unload it much later.
Perfect.
Yeah, and obviously you'll take any sort of school supplies. I mean, everyone, you know, knows about the pencils, we've got the glue sticks, the markers, the crayons, but what are some other items that we might not think of that these kids need during their school day?
Everything from the crayon boxes and those sorts of things. You know, there are those the folders, the composition notebooks. This is grade levels. Think kindergarten through,
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
through it all. And so we're very grateful that Target and Walmart have both stepped up with generous donations. So we do.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to bring it all here today in
Yeah.
the studio, but we do have a great start, and we
Good.
know that those that can't make the drive can also go to our website and
Right.
do a cash donation, or at least a secure donation online, which then we take that money
Yeah.
and we'll go shopping.
That is fun. Okay, and I'm wondering if we can get that graphic back up on the screen really quickly, because there was something really interesting. So if you don't have a child in school right now, maybe you have young children, or maybe your children are long graduated, the school supply lists can change from year to year.
Yeah.
They may even surprise you, the types of things that students take to school every year. So items with the fewest donations in past similar drives, these are some of them listed right here. So for example, when my daughter started school, a water bottle is required every single day to bring to school. And they
Required,
and
really?
yes, and they
Wow.
also leave them at school a lot. And
okay.
so, yeah, so we've got about a rotation of about 5 or 6 water bottles in the household for that. Post-it notes, plain colored folders. So some schools require that they don't have, you know, like the splashy graphics all
Yeah.
over them. Dry erase markers. Yes,
Oh, yes.
teachers are using dry erase boards, not chalkboards
Yeah,
and things
that's
like
right.
that. So I like that you provided us with this information for today, because it gives people a good idea of maybe some of those things that, you know, we would not otherwise be able to take to school.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's really important to just kind of think of those items as well. And where did these supplies go?
So then after the drive, we will have the task staff with the Davenport Community School District. The foundation works with them to distribute across all buildings,
Perfect.
23 buildings across the Davenport Schools District, and ensuring that students from day one, but also
Yeah.
throughout the year. You know, it's okay to have a
Yeah.
little bit of a, dare I say, stockpile of some of
Yeah.
these items.
Give us a surplus, everyone.
Right.
That'd
I
be
mean,
great.
Yeah.
well, because that's important. A pencil in December is, you know, still a pencil, right?
It's a-
I mean,
it's
you
a
still,
nub.
the
Yeah.
need is there.
That's right. Well, we know the community will come out for this.
Yes.
Fill the bus.
Absolutely.
School supplies drive. It's Friday, August 7th from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at KWQC. Of course, we're located at 805 Brady Street in Davenport. If you are unable to participate in the drive, as we mentioned, you can make a donation by going to davenportschools.org/foundation. We'll be sure to put this up on our website, and obviously we've got the commercials running as well.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
help
We're
us
very
fill the bus.
appreciative. Yes,
Yes.
KWQC really stepped up, and we appreciate that. So
Oh,
thank you.
Good. Thank
Yeah,
you. Well,
good
Steve,
partnership.
thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure. Up next, from modern mailboxes to beautiful brick and stone designs, there are a lot of options available to upgrade your curb appeal. QC Mailbox Pro joins us after the break with why summer is a great time to install.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Your mailbox is one of the first things people notice about your home, but it's also something many of us don't think about until it needs to be replaced. The good news is, our next guest says there are more options now than ever. Ryan Kammerer is the owner of QC Mailbox Pro, which is celebrating 3 years in business this month. Ryan, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations. 3 years is amazing. So yes, you started this very young, actually, if I remember the last time that we spoke with each other. So what inspired you to start QC Mailbox Pro back in 23?
There was just nobody offering that service.
Yeah.
We just see so many nice homes in the Quad Cities, and the mailboxes are run down and they just don't match.
Sure.
So it's just a great service to offer, and I think it was a great idea and a good time to start it.
I think you're right. Yeah, you found a niche. You found something in the area that you felt like was needed, and you went after it. And you all are doing great at QC Mailbox Pro. We've got a giant aluminum. You said it is right, mailbox right in between us here. So tell us a little bit about this this mailbox and what makes it like kind of unique.
This is Whitehall Products. It's all made in the USA.
Okay.
It's full aluminum. So you have a large USPS rated box, so you can put your packages and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the highest quality that you can get, and we just have a discounted price for it. We install it, we take your old mailbox out, This is like the complete package if you want to last a long time and never have to worry about your mailbox ever again. So this is a good option.
Well, and it's done pretty quickly. I think I was reading a little bit, like, you know, as sometimes within an hour you guys can get a new mailbox installed.
Yeah, we're really good at what we do. We're in and out quick, and everything's done properly and up to code.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some of the other options that people have when it comes to mailboxes. Right now on the screen we've got some examples of brick and stone mailboxes that you guys can install. So these are beautiful.
Yeah, these are our specialty mailboxes here. Brick and stone, we matched into your home's exterior. They're very popular. They look amazing. They're meant to last forever.
Yeah, really, really nice. And as we talk a little bit more about options, you can do a wood mailbox. So that's what we're seeing on the screen right now. So would this be something that would be like more traditional, like things that we've seen for a long time? Yeah,
this is more of a traditional design. We just, you know, elevate it and make it look a lot nicer. Yeah. This is more of a budget option. It's a solid price, but it's solid material. They look great.
Yeah, you can absolutely upgrade what you have, and I like that you bring that up because a lot of people think, well, maybe, you know, a brand new mailbox is not exactly part of my house budget for this year, but it can be, and, you know, by seeing those mailboxes, we know that they can be elevated if you are still using something like wood. Right now we have aluminum, which we on the screen, which is what we just talked about. And I want to talk a little bit about the modern style mailboxes, which we're seeing here. So who are these for?
If you have a modern style house, that newer style.
Like a new construction.
Yeah, new construction, something like that. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to stand out a little bit. These look great. It's all composite material. We can do lights, we can do landscaping. They're really sharp, and it's just something that stands out. Yeah. And it's also meant to last like all of our other mailboxes.
Yeah, they look really, really nice. And we talked a little bit, you know, before we had you on for this segment, leading into the commercial break, about now being a really good time if you are planning on replacing your mailbox. So why is summer or maybe early fall kind of the best time to get you guys out there?
It's a good time to get on the schedule now before it gets cold, obviously. But there's a lot of cars that hit mailboxes in the wintertime, and there's plows that hit mailboxes, so let's put something sturdy up that's going to last a long time. If your mailbox is leaning, falling over right now, it's a good time to get something sturdy and strong in there that's going to last.
Yeah, and it's harder too for crews in the winter as well, right, to dig. I mean, you guys have to get footings in there and things like that?
Yeah, now's a good time to get that proper footing depth. We go to 42 inches, so now's a perfect time.
Okay, wonderful. And you talked a little bit about the product line that you use, so Whitehall products. Is that you know, is that the only product line that you guys use for your mailboxes?
Majority. Okay. We just try to use the highest quality of material, and Whitehall just sets the standard for high quality. They're made in the USA, which we love, and it's just our kind of motto is just use the highest quality material, and that's what they offer us.
People know what they're getting when they give you a call. We've got your information here on the screen. QC Mailbox Pro, that is 563-265-2080. The website is there as well. People can email you. And one thing I want to mention too as we wrap up is that you also do mailbox repairs and things like that. So if people are not quite ready for a brand new mailbox, they can also give you guys a call and have you come out and take a look at maybe some issues.
Yes, of course.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it. And coming up, if you think British cars are only for collectors, think again. I'm excited about this segment. After the break, we're going to learn more about the Quad Cities British Auto Club and this weekend's Heartland British Auto Fest.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Well, if you love classic cars or you're just looking for a little bit of family fun here over the weekend, you'll want to head to LeClaire, Iowa.
You will. The 39th annual Heartland British Auto Fest will once again grace the riverfront with a celebration of automotive history. Joining us today is Scott Johnson, president of the Quad Cities British Auto Club. Scott, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Kyle.
Yes, of course.
We're so excited to talk with you. This sounds like a great event. Even putting together the photos, you know, for this event, you know, got me a little bit like, I think I want to head out there and check out some of these cars. So we'll get started with that. Can you kind of describe what AutoFest is and give us a little bit of history, because this event is nearing 40 years.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, this is the 39th annual Heartland British Auto Fest put on by the Quad City British Auto Club. For the first several years, it was actually at the village of East Davenport. We kind of outgrew that, and so several years ago moved to the Levee in LeClaire, which is just an outstanding venue right by the, right by the river, and the city of LeClaire and LeClaire tourism. They're just tremendous to work with. Yeah, absolutely. So I would anticipate that we will probably have about 75 cars show up, British cars. The oldest will probably be in the 1930s all the way up to 2000s.
Very cool.
So what types of British cars can we see? We're seeing some photos here. You said over 75 cars?
Sure, you'll see a lot of MGs. People might be familiar with MGBs or MG midgets, Triumphs. Some of the rarer cars, we've had a Rolls-Royce there before, Jaguars, number of Jaguars. So
That's fun.
Things like that.
Yeah, this looks like a great event, just judging from the photos that we're seeing on the screen. I mean, that is really, really cool. Whether you're a car enthusiast or not, I think it would be something to see. There's also a little bit of voting involved.
So the voting, if you bring a car and enter a car, then you vote, and we have awards for the top 20 cars voted on by the participants.
And, I think that's smart, right? You want the people voting on your car that really know and love British cars. Yeah, I think that's great.
So is this for bragging rights, or is there prizes involved?
Just there are plaques. There's one for the best in show, and then there's our plaques for the other top 20 as voted. And I would just say, by the way, that admission is completely free. So if you want to come out, it's a great place. Just to visit downtown LeClaire, and then we're right off of downtown there on the levee by the Buffalo Bill Museum, the riverboat. 100% free. We will have a food truck there.
I was going to say, you can't have a festival without food and music.
There is, so we do have one food truck, but then we also encourage people to patronize the businesses, the vendors, the stores in downtown LeClaire, because it's just right there. It's half a block away, basically.
A lot of fun. And while we have a little bit more time with you, can you talk a little bit more about the QC British Auto Club? I mean, how you got involved, or how other people can potentially get involved?
Yep, absolutely. So Quad City British Auto Club, we've got a website, qcbac.com. If you have an interest in British autos, British cars, if you have an old British car, sometimes people have, their uncle's MG that's been sitting in the garage not running for 10 years. I would just say, join our club. We have people who will help you get that car running.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we have monthly events. We go to dinner at least once a month, and then we have drives where we'll drive anywhere from 50 to 100 miles, and hopefully everybody makes it back.
That's a goal.
So if you're interested in joining the club, I would say go to the website. It's a easy to use, modern website, qcbac.com. You can join right there online.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I have a key up, so it's going to be a minute before, but maybe one day.
We could change that.
One day.
Maybe one day there's hope for me.
Maybe you'll find something new this week.
Somebody hook me up with the Jag.
Absolutely. I could actually do that.
Okay, perfect.
You won't want to miss the 39th Annual Heartland British Auto Fest this Saturday, August 1st on the LeClaire Levee. It runs from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. with the cars, the live music, food, and of course all the fun. Admission is free, and of course a good time in downtown LeClaire. Thank you so much for joining us today, Scott.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much for watching.
We will see you again Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock.